HooHooHooRobin.
Opie and Anthony.
So I listen to rap music, which might surprise you, because I'm a cracker. Trying to integrate the word cracker into my act these days, because a lot of black comics use the N-word. I'm trying to use the C-word. Like, me and my cracker friends were driving down the street in my Volvo station wagon, and I said, "Hey, cracker, pass the sun chips." And he says, "Aren't you gonna wait for the picnic, cracker?" And I say, "Cracker, please." He's like, "Cracker, what?" I did that joke last week at the show, and this black guy comes up to me after the show, and he was like, "My cracker." And I was like, "Actually, sir," I was like, "you can't call me a cracker. Only we can call each other crackers." I was like, "You can say cracker, but not cracker." And he was like, "It's okay, I have some white friends." So it's cool. I had a white dude come up to me a few weeks ago after a show. He's real upset. He's like, "People have called me that all my life. I'm sick of hearing it." I felt real bad. I was like, "What's your name?" And he was like, "Graham." I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but you've got a little jelly on your forehead there." I like this rapper Busta Rhymes. You guys know Busta Rhymes? Sometimes he'll have a real good rhyme. He'll say his name afterwards. He'll be like, "Busta Rhymes." I'd like to do that with jokes. Like, I like drinking coffee, but if I ever reach a point in my life where the best part of waking up is Folgers in my cup, I'm not sure I want to wake up. Mike Birbiglia. I like this rapper Jay-Z. You guys know Jay-Z? Jay-Z's so good at rapping, he doesn't have to rhyme in his songs anymore. He just has to end all the lines with "izza." He'll be like, "I went down the street and I saw my scissor. Was it to my nuzzer and my brother and my gizzer?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure none of those are words." I ain't playing Scrabble with Jay-Z anytime soon. The word is drizza. D-R-I-Z-Z-A-H, triple word. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna challenge that one, Jay." First of all, that's not a word. Second of all, one of your Z's is a sideways N. He'd be like, "Cracker plizza." I'm gonna go in a moment. Thanks for coming out to support this cause. It's a real good crowd. Thanks for coming. It's real cool, you guys. I'll tell you a story before I go. I went to Los Angeles recently. I saw people flashing gang signs in the street, and I didn't know what to do, so I go like this. I go. And they were like, "What gang is that?" And I was like, "Paper, scissors." So they threw rocks at me. And I was like, "Paper beats rock, biatch." Mike Birbiglia. Good night, everybody.
This is the rejoiner? I hear in my headphones, rejoiner in 5 seconds.
This is In-A-Gadda-Vida?
Oh my God.
Alright, it's gonna be a long rejoiner.
No kidding. Well, we just played Mike Birbiglia, and he's in studio.
Yeah.
I wanted to come out of the bit nice, like, wow, that's Mike Birbiglia, and he's sitting here with us today.
Yeah.
And he fucks me up by doing the Inagata Davida.
Yeah, but it's a,
What is this? Like,
remix.
what the fuck is this?
It's a mashup.
Is it? It's a mashup? Jimmy saying?
Nas. I like this.
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
don't want to like it either.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mashups are a good format.
I am really enjoying this.
All right.
And poor Mike had to sit here
For 4.5 minutes.
and listen to his own act.
Yeah.
Dude, I've gone on the road. They play you in the studio, and I can't listen to one of my own jokes in
Yeah.
headphones. I'm like, ugh, just call me when this is over.
Yeah.
It's fucking very awkward.
And he's looking around the room like, no
yeah.
one's laughing.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
First of all, it was very funny. I've heard
Thanks.
it a couple times, but I was just setting up and getting ready for, what we're doing with the radio show. So,
Yeah.
because he's looking around like, why isn't anyone
No,
reacting?
it's awkward.
You used to it. I've been in so many studios where they're just playing it like it's like your whole people out there are enjoying it, but the guys in the studio could care less. I could have been reading the fucking Malcolm X's eulogy for all they care. It's awful.
Well, I felt like I had to cover for Ant because he's just staring at Pal Talk. I'm like, you do realize we're playing this guy's bit right now, don't you?
I actually know that bit because I've seen it live a few times.
All right,
Big
good.
fan.
thanks.
Actually, yeah.
All right.
Nice, man.
I saw Mike at the Dennis Leary and Friends.
And Friends, yeah.
Here in
I
New
was
York
just
City.
pointing out that, it was Billia's Friends. Yeah, I don't know Dennis at all.
At all, right?
So
I don't
there's
know
no
at all.
friendship there?
No.
I just figure when they put the end friends on there, you guys are hanging out.
I figured maybe Jim is friends with him, no?
Nah, it's Dennis Leary and guys that are available.
Yeah.
That's it.
We almost feel like we're friends with Dennis Leary. Almost.
Yeah.
Like he said, he asked me if I was available to play like some hockey.
Yeah?
So I'm thinking, all right, but I never got the call.
That sounds pretty like cool because he
That
likes
sounds
doing
like
that.
that's something you would
Yeah.
do with a friend, right?
Yeah.
I had this awful thing with Dennis Leary where a few years ago he asked me, or he didn't, his people asked me to do a celebrity golf tournament in Cape Cod. That's where my parents are from. And so show up, and you probably have this happen all the time. You show up for a celebrity event, and you're paired with these people, and then the people are like, who do you think our celebrity's going to be?
Oh,
And
no.
they're just like, oh, no, I think it might be me. And then, like, you're apologizing. Like, I'm really sorry I'm your celebrity. If you think this is disappointing for you, you can't imagine how disappointing it is for me. But I'm constantly put in these situations.
That is hilarious. Although I resent the fact that he thinks I am too. Bastard. Oh, that is
That's
fucking
really
funny.
funny. They're hoping for Michael Jordan or Tiger. I don't know, whoever.
It's the worst.
They're asking you who it might. Oh.
Yeah.
Then that moment of realization, oh no, I'm,
Cool,
I'm
dude.
the
What do you do?
celebrity.
Oh, when you got to tell them what you do, it's just over.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
I-
It doesn't matter.
Were you the celebrity for the whole foursome, or were there two
I
celebrities?
was. Well, my brother
Because at
was
least
the
you could
other
go.
one.
At least you could go if there were two of you. Go, well, look, I guess they were short of celebrities, so we only get one.
Yeah, well, that's what I always say. I mean, I've done a bunch of these. Have you done these
Never.
golf
I don't
things
play golf,
before?
no.
Yeah. Well, have you guys done these things as golf things before?
Yeah, we've been
done
to
a
a few
couple,
of the
yeah.
outings.
I did one a few years ago. It was like the worst show I've ever had to do. Cut me off if you want to go to something else.
No, whatever,
this
man.
story is like, I was in New Jersey. It was like a charity golf tournament, children's charity. I show up, and I'm with this foursome, and then at the end of the day, I have this thing where like I don't plan my outfit for the entire day. Like I'm not a good adult. Like I think if you're like a good adult, like you think through what you're gonna do in the course of your day. But I wake up, I'm just like one outfit forever, just like go.
Yeah.
And so by the end of the day, my outfit's a mess. It's all wrinkled. I'm supposed to perform at like this very formal event. I go up to the thing, and I'm like, I got to do damage control. So I go to the locker room to iron my pants as like damage control, and I take off my pants. I found an iron, but there's no board, so I'm just like on the floor, like on a bench in the locker room, just ironing my pants in my underwear, which is a dead giveaway that these are my only pants. And I'm just ironing, and this old guy walks up to me and he's smiling at me. I'm not making this story up. He's like, big smile, right? And I realized this was like 2-3 years ago. It was Rudy Giuliani.
Oh,
Because he was like one of the actual celebrities in the event. And I wasn't self-conscious because I was like, Rudy's ironed pants. You know, he knows what I'm doing. Like, if it were George Bush, like, he wouldn't know what was going on. He'd be like, what do you got there, telephone? But you calling your pants? But I go up to the, I iron the pants, go up to the event. The woman comes up to me, and this is just classic. As a comedian, until you get to a certain level, I think this consistently happens. They go, there's 2 speakers, and then you, and then a raffle. And I was like, oh, you know, trying to be optimistic, never open for a raffle or whatever. But and first speaker walks on, and he's an 11-year-old boy who survived leukemia.
Oh no,
he's not funny at all.
he bombed.
He's focusing on the leukemia.
He was a bit of a downer.
And
oh my god!
And literally everyone's crying. Like everyone, like fucking not a dry eye in the room. I'm crying a little, you know, like not bawling, but a little sense of
a little choked up,
and my brother Joe's with me, and he leans over and he goes, "This ain't looking so good, man."
Yeah, no shit.
And second speaker is Phil Simms, who's another actual celebrity.
Yeah.
Gets up. And just like does it right, you know, like a real adult. Like he gives a good speech. It's inspiring. Sprinkles in a few jokes about golf that were similar to jokes, like dumb jokes I had thought of about golf that day. It's like watching the last drops of my joke canteen drip out onto a desert of cancer, and gets a standing ovation, which he should have. Clearly, the show is over. Surely there can't be anyone more famous than Hall of Famer Phil Simms. But wait, there was. It was Mike Birbiglia, who had no business being at this event. I get on, literally, not exaggerating. Comedians always exaggerate their stories, but 3/4 of the audience left after Phil Simms. I'm in a room with a sparse room with 40 people, kind of
here and there.
Here and there. And I get on stage and I try to make people laugh, and it's just not working. 10 minutes in, I think to myself, you know, I don't want to fail. You know, I don't want to fuck these people over. I'm like, why don't I make my material specific to this event? Everyone's been talking about cancer.
Oh no!
I know. Oh, no. And I had a tumor when I was 19. I had a malignant tumor. It went away. I didn't have to do chemo, radiation, anything like that. So I said to the audience, I said, I went to the doctor many years ago, and they told me there was something in my bladder. And whenever they tell you that, it's never anything good. Like, we found something in your bladder, and it's season tickets to the Yankees. Complete and total silence, and then anger at that point, and then I'm like apologizing, like, thank you, sorry for ruining your event. I walk off, and I go, Joe, this is totally true. I go, Joe, we're leaving now. I was so upset, and Joe goes, Mike, we can't. They're just about to start the raffle. And because everybody left, my odds are amazing. And so that was the whole thing. I literally called Mike Berkowitz, my agent who's here over there, and I was just like shouting. And, you know,
what did you get me into?
I was furious, you know?
That's all really the fucking cancer kid and Phil Simms with his cancer.
That's really good, man.
Oh,
Mike, people are requesting your bits. Eric from Ohio, he goes, ask him about his secret public journal.
Well, my secret public journal is a blog I write.
Okay.
Which is embarrassing that I have a blog, because everybody has a blog about anything these days. People just be like, today I went to JCPenney, you know, and there's like one comment. It's like, JCPenney, eh?
But you get excited by that one comment. Like,
yeah,
right,
well, that's
someone's reacted to this.
That's the worst thing is when there's. Do you have a blog, Jim?
Jimmy had one for a while.
But I took it down and put it into a book.
Jimmy's was good.
It was the worst thing is when you get no comments as a blogger, because it's kind of like being in an awkward conversation for 15 minutes where you're the only person talking, and then at the end of it you just got to go, so I'm just putting that out there. But I email it to people. I should do the book. I should do a book.
Absolutely, man.
You know,
take it down and put it in a book form, and then people who read it and liked it would buy the book.
He brings up a good point, though, because sometimes on the radio show we'll get into some involved story, and obviously it's just bombing, and just saying, you just don't know how to end it. I'm sweating now.
Trying to make it serious.
Yeah.
Make it a point.
At least with radio, it's like there's no people around who are judging you. That's the worst thing about
these
stand-up
motherfuckers
comedy.
are, but
They judge
yeah.
every
Only 3.
single word. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just don't know it immediately till you read a message board and like, oh, we thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Apparently they agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Oh, and if you fuck up one word in this studio, these guys will jump on you. Or if Jim fucks up, then me and Opie will jump on Jim.
Yeah.
One word like comes out wrong.
No.
And it's like, he said he meant to say bread and he said bled. Bled. Like, we just can't leave him alone. It's really pathetic to
I don't make fun
have
of
to
people.
beat down people to make yourself feel better in this fucking studio.
But you're alone on that. I don't make fun of people when they mess up a word because I kind of understand.
Oh, you know.
I kind of understand.
I don't too.
Stand-up is weird, though, because it's like when especially when you start off doing stand-up, like it's a miracle that we're comedians. Because when you start off, you bomb no matter what.
Yeah, that's
and
gotta
you
be
have to be
frightening.
delusional and tell yourself it went well.
Wow.
Because otherwise you would never get on
You would
stage
just never
the next
do it
night.
again,
You
right?
just been thinking,
I always
human
wondered
beings
how the
don't
hell
like me. You know what I mean?
I always wondered how the hell you guys got through that. So you lie to yourself and say,
Oh, yeah.
it went okay.
Yeah.
Oof.
You hear like this much response, and then in your mind, you're like, it's like this
Up
much
here,
response.
5 to 10.
Yeah.